Hello everyone and welcome back to Mass Effect Andromeda. We are going to finish up just a few things on Elaaden here. Elaaden. I always get it wrong. And then we're gonna head to the Nexus and check in with people there.
I'd like to test the serum on a live subject, but we need a good candidate. Scan the scavengers at the Paradise again. I'll tell you when I see a potential.
I gotta scan the scavengers again, I guess. I thought this was just gonna be, let's complete the... What's this? I thought this was just gonna be a, let's pick up the container and move on with our lives.
Not a scavenger rider.
Well, damn, Lexi. You sure don't make this easy on me. Alright, well there were some scavengers over here. They're not scannable. Those are some good old Krogan boys. These are scavengers, they're not scannable. Oh, I'm being pointed. That's good. Yep.
There. He's perfect. You'll need his permission to administer the serum. We won't force it on him.
You sure this is safe?
It's no more dangerous than your usual stunts.
Can't we just, stab and jab him and run away?
Hey there.
Don't know what they told you. I don't have nothing.
I just want to give you this medicine. It might make you feel better.
Feel better? Haven't felt this good in years. I don't want your blasted medicine.
If you take this, you can feel normal again. Start your life.
A life of serving the Nexus? Of being bored out of my mind? No thanks. I'm free as a bird now, and damn, it feels great. Just leave me alone. Leave all of us alone. We're happy just how we are.
If you don't want to be cured, I won't make you.
Good. Now get out of my face.
Well, that was a waste of time. If these exiles really don't want to change,
There's nothing we can do.
I'll see if I can organize trials on the Nexus. At least we can prevent this from happening again.
Alright. So, yeah, I wasn't gonna be like, hey, you jerk, let me stab you with this. So, yeah, I guess we're just not gonna cure them, because we can't force them into it if they don't want to do it. Next we gotta drop off Dr. Okeer's research, and then we can head out. Hello, yes, I have crazy Krogan doctor research. Which I could have sworn you guys frowned upon, but whatever.
I can't believe the terminal has got... Thank you for bringing me the data. Now I can continue the work of Dr. Okeer. The Krogan will be great again.
Okay. Let me know how that goes.
Gonna be honest, I don't like the make Krogan great again kind of stuff, but hey, if anyone's earned it, I think they have. Alright, let's head to the Tempest, I almost said the Normandy, and head back to the Nexus. Okay, so one thing I did want to do was check our standing on the planetary hollow. As you can see, we now have 100% planetary viability on every planet, which is fantastic. All of our outposts are up. They're all they've all been given the tools they need to succeed. So we can actually probably focus on the main story for a little bit, as crazy as that may seem. But we'll need to stop at the Nexus first, so let's go there.
First things first. Tan sent a little gift for your positive message. I'd make the most of it. Today's a tough one. The exiles. Probably the most live-wire topic for our leaders. You've met the treacherous mutineers at Kadara Port. Some think the exiles are a menace to be eradicated.
The exiles have as many problems as the initiative. Not every outlaw wants us dead.
Wow, it's almost heresy to hear that the exiles are anything but filthy... well, exiles. Sorry, I have to cut this short. I need to prep for a meeting. Apparently some colonists want to talk about the series. Maybe they'll be willing to go on camera.
Okay. Welcome back to the Nexus. It has been a while. Vetra's right here. Let's check in with her.
I wonder what my dad would think of all this. Would he have encouraged the move? Come with us if he could?
I'm sure he would have. To be with you guys.
Yeah, I think so too. Sid doesn't remember anything about him, but I do. I think he might have liked it here.
Vetra's got a lot of family issues that kind of plague her between her sister and her kind
Pathfinder,
of messed
this is
up.
Nexus Control. I've decrypted the scrambler you found. Sending you the information now.
Good job. Pathfinder out. Sam?
Received, Pathfinder. The scrambler contains all the evidence necessary to incriminate Spender.
I don't know what to do with that now. Nope. All right. Well, let's go review this evidence and see if we can't nail Tan while we're here. Because that would be pretty cool. Slimy little bugger. Okay. To the computer screen.
Drac will want to see this.
Alright. So we got the evidence of him saying that he's going to blackmail people. Among other things. Hey, Drac. Hey. Stop running. Stop running. Can I talk to you?
We've got everything we need on Spender.
I've been waiting for this moment for nearly a year. Ready?
Let's go confront Spender.
Be nice to bring his head back to Morda on a pike, you know, as a gift.
He's Nexus personnel. Addison and Kandros will decide what to do with him.
Spoil sport.
I didn't have a choice. Aron said they'd kill me.
You helped the mutineers, Spender. That was a choice right there.
All you had to do was ask for help. Instead, you put everyone else at risk to save yourself.
People died because of you, Spender.
They said no one would get hurt. I didn't hurt anyone. It's not my fault.
You're done now, buddy, and with any luck, they'll give you to me.
Everything the Pathfinder's saying is true. Here's the proof.
A scrambler packed with logs and credit transfers to exiles.
This has been going on since the mutiny. He's been altering files, stealing supplies, communicating with them.
We have a confession from Aron, one of the exiles.
Aron. On the record this time.
We've been working with Spender since the mutiny. He armed us, and now he keeps us supplied. As long as we keep heat on the Krogan. I don't know why he hates them, but he really hates them.
I can't even begin to fathom the damage he's responsible for.
Like your hands are clean, Kandros? We all wanted the Krogan gone. I just made it easier. The exiles think I work for them, just like you think I work for you. That's what real politics looks like.
Right under our noses. God damn it, Spender!
The Krogan left. Spender played both sides just to get a promotion. You couldn't have seen that coming.
No. No, I was given ample reasons to suspect something. I just chose not to. Tan was on my ass about the Krogan so much, I let myself be blind to Spender.
You're getting a chance to fix this now.
Let's start with taking our side when my clan tries to negotiate a better deal with Tan. You need us, and frankly, we need you.
You're right. I'll back you up. We'll do it right this time.
So, what about him?
Lock him up. He won't be the last, but he'll make a fine example.
You're just gonna throw me in a cell?
Could be worse. We could throw you off the station. Think about that for a moment.
Thanks, Ryder. You have no idea how glad I am this business is settled.
Woo. Feels good, man. Feels pretty good. Yeah, between jail and exile, I feel like exile would give him just another opportunity to screw people over, whereas it's a lot harder for him to screw people over from a cell. So that was my, my thought process there.
Pathfinder.
Has there been any immediate reaction to exposing Spender?
Of course. The damage he did. That'll scar us for a long time. There's also the crow I've had to eat. Can't say it wasn't deserved.
We're all better off without him.
Brecker might disagree. His job now includes everything Spender did.
Thanks ever so much.
How has the Nexus reacted to the foothold I've established?
People are eager to help. The shortages are obvious, but you're turning it to inspiration. Havarl is a draw for the research-minded, despite there being so little established. It remains unusual despite the corrected vault. It may yet be a surprising producer. We shall see. There's so much beneath Vold. Some are calling it beautiful, but not when I'm around. Poetry remains off-limits. While Tate is a master at wringing out resources, there are legitimate concerns about the connections you use to place it.
Reyes is open to reconciliation. Of a sort.
Tan is livid, of course. Giving the exiles any concession legitimizes them. Keep an eye on it. There's only so much I can deflect, and only so long as you can promise stability. A surprising number are moving between here and Elaaden. It's very familiar, bringing the Krogan back.
You don't mind that Morta gets concessions?
Not if the Krogan are under our banner. Tan takes it personal. I go by the numbers. I'll eat some crow if it gets us resources.
Director Addison?
Goodbye, Pathfinder.
She loves that phrase, eating crow. It's a little weird, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the whole Reyes thing always bothers me because it's such a crappy situation, and both answers feel bad. Because Sloane is kind of a menace, but also Reyes, like, undermines everyone. Yeah, you know, he is not upfront with anyone at all. But it is what it is. Let's talk to Tan.
Congratulations are in order. Peaceful contact with the Angara. It's everything the initiative stands for.
It was amazing. A culture we'd never met before, in a brand new galaxy. I was just glad to be part of it.
It's a moment to savor. In the Milky Way, first contact was a rare event. I hope rescuing the Moshae leads to stronger ties between our people. Did you have some other business?
What do I need to consider in making a planet viable?
Assuming the planet supports life, an outpost is critical. People like a roof over their heads, and you'll want to eliminate any hostile threats. Whether that's the cat or other terrors lurking in Helios, colonists being murdered on sight can be discouraging. Also, scouting and mapping terrain is a priority for any Pathfinder. And don't forget forward stations. You'll want those.
What can you tell me about forward stations?
I was afraid you'd ask. It's mostly what the engineers tell me. A forward station allows mining, equipment repairs, and resupply for field teams. I mean, who wouldn't want that?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
I'm here to serve.
Sure. Tan does not actually do much. Like, every time we've gone back to him, he's had pretty much the same dialogue.
Whole mood of the Nexus has changed since Eos. You really can feel it. New outpost, a Pathfinder's help, people waking up. It's a fresh start.
Third time's a charm, if you happen to have a Pathfinder around.
Can't always rely on luck,
From here, it's hard work. But it's damn good to know we're on the right track.
You darn snootin'. Alright, let's go back here and talk to some more people. Because I know there are a bunch more people that we could talk to, like Lana.
Pathfinder, maybe you can clear this up.
How can I help?
My friend Jory was on Eos the first go-round, barely survived. Now they want him to go back.
They're saying the conditions are improved, that it's safe now, is it?
We'll be dealing with threats on Eos for a while. If you're still recovering from your experiences, best stay on Nexus.
You see, Lana? I told you. Thank you, Pathfinder. I'll do that.
Lana! But yeah, don't go out there if you're not feeling it, because it's bad.
Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Multiple casualties under
Yes,
heavy engagement.
Lieutenant Syax, right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people and assets you're setting up out there. We don't have a good sense of what we're up against, and could benefit from your experience.
There's no replacement for first-hand experience.
I agree, but your insights on the assholes out there would really help. You'll see. Apex will make a difference.
Tracking enemy activity.
The Apex teams that they always refer to, this is actually a really fun tie-in. The Apex teams are actually the multiplayer. So whenever they talk about an Apex mission, you can solve it at a console by sending a team after them, or you can go into multiplayer and do it yourself, which I thought was a fun way to tie all that together.
Any logistics updates are due within the hour.
No? Sid doesn't want to talk? Okay.
Pathfinder. Wow. I'm Davis Carr, Helios News Service. Maybe you've heard my voice over the vids. I'm trying to file a story right now, but hey.
HNS, huh? Where are the rest of you?
I had an editor, but it's crazy out here. Now, beyond a freelancer or two, I'm it. All that stands between freedom and tyranny. Or something. I haven't had much sleep.
Who pays for you to do this?
Technically, HNS is an arm of the initiative, but we serve the public, not them. Sometimes the higher-ups try and tell us what to broadcast, Tan especially, but we decide what to run and how to run it. It causes friction, but at least I can live with myself.
It must be difficult to set up a broadcast from scratch.
No, it's easy. Beyond the lack of staff, resistant authorities, and constant technical glitches. Still, I'm getting there. May have an honest-to-goodness source in Nexus security, if she ever calls me back.
Who's your source?
No journalist worth their salt will ever give that up.
Were you a journalist back in the Milky Way?
I was. Sort of. Only had a couple internships under my belt. Good places, though. The New Star Chronicle even sent me to Mars for a week. The plan was just to work as a reporter out here. Then the uprising happened. We got a little too close. My editor was killed. Tan blamed our broadcasts for stirring unrest. It was bullshit. Now all I want to do is keep going.
I met another journalist, Carrie Tavessa.
Yeah, we're running Carrie's series, Path of a Hero. Good stuff. I'm mostly on my own, so pretty much anyone who brings me news is welcome. Content is king, and her content is really touching a nerve.
Talk to you later, Davis.
Hey, Ryder, before you go, I hate to ask, but it seems like your job takes you all over, the places we can't broadcast yet. If I send receivers to your ship, would you mind placing them on some planets? It'll help get news out to even the most far-flung colonists.
What do you need from me, exactly?
I'm digging up good stories here, but not a lot of people beyond the Nexus can hear them. Our long-distance transmitter sends package data between ships, and even planet-side, provided there's a receiver on the other end. I need someone to place receivers and boost our signal. We only have a few, so they need to go on planets with people.
Okay, Davis. I'll help you get set up.
Great. Just place a receiver near an outpost, and they'll get our reports.
Yeah, I've already got outposts. I don't know if that means this is done, but if not, then I'll make another trip back to all those outposts off camera. Okay, so I wanted to talk to these people over here.
Any word?
Nope, no new orders. Keep the safety zone, I guess.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, what's going on?
That's your new galaxy. Making speeches about some fresh start while your kids stay frozen.
And it's all thanks to your Pathfinder.
Excuse me?
We've waited months for our families to come out of stasis. They should have gone to your outpost.
But since you think research is so important, military personnel got bumped down the list. Like my clan brothers.
All the reassignments mean they're in 10 different colony blocks now.
And my mother just got caught in the middle.
I founded the outpost. I didn't decide who would stay in stasis.
You don't care that you've torn families apart?
That's not what I said.
Maybe you could still make this right. I just want Mom out of stasis. That's all anyone here wants.
You do stasis revivals. You can tell our leaders you're opening those pods. Today.
I authorize whole colony blocks or a few emergency revivals. I can't wake dozens of random people.
We don't care whose finger pushes the button. If you can't, our leaders can. And if you tell them, they will.
Okay. I'll talk to the leadership about what we can do.
14 months of promises. It's time for some results.
We tried petitioning Addison. She ignored us. Screw her.
Start with Kandros. He sent those 10 soldiers over there. Maybe he'll take us seriously.
Okay, so some minor repercussions of our actions. Essentially, whoever we would have picked to go to make that first outpost, someone would have gotten left to the side like that. So we're going to go back to Kandros first, and I think we're going to end up talking to Addison, because of course we are. And we'll see what we can do about freeing these people. Because I get where everyone is coming from. It sucks, because some people are needed, but their families are not. So where do we draw the line of bringing them out of stasis and they end up taxing resources that we really don't have yet? So I get where they're coming from, but it's also like no one was malicious here. It's not like we're intentionally keeping them in the dark or keeping them frozen so that we can do something. I don't know.
Glad to see you finally. I hear you've been busy out there.
That's one word for it.
If you need anything, come see me, even if it's just a vent.
I need to talk to you about stasis revival and those protesters in hydroponics.
I see. Maybe I should get the others for this.
Protesters have seized hydroponics?
They want their families out of stasis. The outpost on Eos disrupted the schedule. They're scattered across colony blocks, dozens of people. The protesters want this fixed today.
The realities of our position are...
We can't wake those families. We don't have the resources, and there's nowhere to put them.
Then what's the point of all those outposts I've founded?
People need more than Space Rider. They need work they're trained for, and we don't have placements for those families. If I just toss them to any outpost with a spare bunk, they become a burden we can't afford.
What do you suggest?
Leave the families in stasis where it's safe and get those protesters out of hydroponics. They seem sympathetic, but so did the exiles. We can't risk another revolt. Survival is more important than family reunions.
Do you think these protests could turn violent?
We're all pioneers. Even civilians are tough enough to start something.
And interfering in hydroponics threatens our oxygen supply. They know that.
What would you do with the protesters?
I'd send in a squad and march them out. At gunpoint if we must.
No!
If they resist, a few might land in medbay, but it's better than losing hydroponics. Or the Nexus.
Ah! Can we not compromise people?
These people aren't the enemy. We didn't come all this way to rip families apart. We'll manage the resource squeeze somehow.
Your compassion is admirable, but...
Guess we're all tightening our belts.
You can run a stasis override command from operations. I hope the rest will be that easy.
I mean, listen, I'm pretty cash heavy right now. I could contribute. If you're all afraid. This is not where I'm supposed to be, right? Yep, all my deliveries. This isn't what I'm supposed to be doing, I feel like. Where? Pod control, there we go.
Okay, sending the override command. The stasis pods should start unlocking.
You're really doing this? I was at the protest in hydroponics. I thought we'd just get more excuses. But we already lost a year waiting for our families. I'm glad it's time.
I know exactly what you're feeling. My family has suffered too.
Then you know why this matters. My mom was scared something would go wrong and she'd be awake in stasis all that time. She isn't... It doesn't work like that, but I just want her out, so I know.
Override complete. Stasis revival triggered on the Nexus. For Jasper K, Griffith G, Pilkvist A, Demerchi P, Kozlov S.
There! That's her!
Why are you still here? Go be the face your mom wakes up to.
I will. Thank you.
Yeah, idiot.
Given new resource allocation, personnel in stasis on the Hyperion may now be required to wait longer.
When it's time, you'll have a home to wake up to. I promise.
Okay. So we're just putting out fires all over. We're just putting out fires all over. Alright, let's go back and check in on where the protesters were, and we can also maybe stop by Nexus for a drink. Not Nexus. Nexus is the whole thing. We're looking for Vortex. Let's see what's going on at the bar. I think we've earned a drink. Hello, Liam.
Tachanka, back in the fold. Let's hear it. Free drinks for Pathfinders. I'll make sure of it.
You're back. People happen when you work at a bar.
Got you there, Dutch.
I'll have to get used to you too, I guess. Fine. You can be a regular. What's your name?
Scott.
I'm Dutch. That's Anan over there. Be careful. The snark is strong with that one.
Snark is good. I can work with snark.
Ugh. You're one of those.
Looks like you're outnumbered, Dutch.
You'd think people would reconsider picking on the guy making the drinks, but no. Speaking of, wanna try this one? I'm going to call it the Tall Moose.
It's a big drink. But then again, so is a moose. Woohoo! Alright, so that will do it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. Next time, we will take on a main mission and continue our quest to settle in Helios. So, thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time. Bye.